Hi my loves, welcome back to Lavendaire. Happy New Year. This is officially my first video of 2021. I took a break during the holidays and it was so nice. I started playing Animal Crossing. You guys, if you've watched my previous two videos, you know that what I want this year is peace. And I had a taste of peace, and now that I'm back at work, I'm a little swamped catching up with everything related to Lavendaire and the workbook, but we will get to peace again soon. But today I'm sharing mindsets you need to live your best life. You guys know I love talking about the mindsets. I believe everything begins with your mind, and that's like just one of my favorite areas to talk about. The first mindset you need to have in order to live your best life is to believe in yourself. You're not gonna make it anywhere in life if you don't believe in yourself, because you have to have that bit of self-confidence and self-love to take yourself to the places that you want to go in life. And I know that self-confidence, self-love, those are things that are built over time. It's not something that you just like wake up the next day and you're confident. Coming from someone who's always been a little shy, a little insecure, just not feeling worthy or good enough, this is something that I've had to learn to build over the many years of my life. And trust me, it's a process, it's a journey, but it is so worth it to invest in building your self-love and self-confidence so that you believe in yourself. You want to believe 100% that you are capable of reaching your dreams and creating your best life. The second mindset you need to have is to take responsibility for your life. Stop blaming others for your problems. Stop blaming external factors for where you are. Of course, we all grow up a certain way. There are like people and events and things that influence us, but there is still our ability to choose how we respond to all these things that happen. You know, if you grew up with a really harsh like upbringing, you can choose to take that and see it in a positive light, or you can take that and feel like a victim and see it in a negative light. It is your choice how you respond to all of these people and events that happen around you. One mantra that I started living by that changed my life is to focus on what I can control, because there are so many things in the world outside of our control. Like, that is not our area to worry about. All you have to do is focus on what you can control, that sphere of control, and that is where you take action and where you can just do your very best with what you can. You can't control the people or events that happen around you, but you can control how you respond to those people or events. With that mindset, you take back some level of control and accountability for your life. So instead of feeling like you're a victim to the world and everything happens to you, you start to see and feel empowered in your own power to control and steer your life. Even though, yes, there's so many things out of our control, but just focus on what you can control. The next mindset you need to have in your life is to cultivate a growth mindset. So there's a book called Growth Mindset by Carol Dweck. She talks about two different mindsets. The first one is called a fixed mindset, and the second one is called a growth mindset. So with a fixed mindset, you believe that you are born a certain way with a set personality, set traits and skills, and you stay that way for the rest of your life. And with the growth mindset, that is the mindset that you believe that you are more changeable and malleable. Like, you can change and grow over time. It's having this deep inner knowing and belief that you can change and grow as you go about life. I'm sure you've met people who are a certain way. They have like a certain characteristic about them, whether it's good or bad, and they're just like, this is me, this is who I am, I can't change it. Maybe it's someone who's really shy and doesn't know how to reach out and communicate to people, and they're just like, that's just how I'm built, I can't change that, that's how I'm gonna be for the rest of my life. Can you imagine how limiting it is to yourself if you have a fixed mindset and you believe that if you are this way, you're gonna stay this way for the rest of your life? If you had the choice, wouldn't you rather choose to believe that you can change and you can grow over time? Like those people who have the growth mindset, who believe that, yes, I may be this way now, but I can change, I can evolve over time. That is just so much more powerful because it gives you more room to stretch yourself, to challenge yourself so that you can really reach your biggest goals. And this is not black or white. You're not 100% fixed mindset or 100% growth mindset. You may have fixed mindset in certain areas and growth mindset in other areas. So start to catch yourself when you find that you have a belief about yourself. Ask, is this rooted in the fixed mindset or is this rooted in a growth mindset? So you want to shift from being too fixed to having a more of a growth mindset and be open-minded, be willing to push yourself and challenge yourself and believe that you can grow. The next mindset you need to have is to always be in tune with what brings you joy. This one is obvious, but I think a lot of people always overlook it. How can you expect to live your best life if you are not in tune with what makes you happy, with what brings you fulfillment and satisfaction out of life? Being in tune with what brings you joy is a continuous, lifelong journey. It's like exploring your passions, exploring the things that light you up. Some people know this very early in life. Other people have to find it a little later on in life. It doesn't really matter the timing of it. What matters is that you're always trying to, explore what brings you joy. And it could be very simple little things, but I think it's the focus on the joy that makes you light up, because obviously that's what makes life fun, right? So with this mindset, you're continually exploring yourself, getting to know yourself on a deeper level, and you're learning what you want out of life. You're exploring the world, exploring yourself, exploring what sparks, like where those two things meet to spark a light. For example, 3 years ago, I discovered a new passion that I have for studying astrology on a deep level. I started reading astrology books and just like reading birth charts and getting to know the deeper meanings of all of that. So that's just been really fun for me. I'm reading The Changing Sky right now, by the way, because I'm learning about transits, but there's just so much to learn out there. How do you know what brings you joy until you go out and try? If you're feeling like you want to explore what brings you joy, I recommend you check out Skillshare. So thank you, Skillshare, for partnering with me on this video. If you haven't heard, Skillshare is an online learning platform with thousands of classes to fuel your creativity and your curiosity. There are so many classes to spark your creativity, and all of the classes are very actionable and hands-on, which is really fun. A class that I know you guys will definitely enjoy is Drawing as Self-Discovery by Mari Andrew. It's a fun class teaching you how to use art and illustration to express yourself and heal yourself. It combines art and self-discovery, and I'm all about that. Skillshare is always launching new premium classes so that you have an endless amount of options to learn from, and an annual subscription is less than $10 a month. If you guys are interested in trying out Skillshare, the first 1,000 people to click that link in my description will get a free trial to Skillshare Premium. The next mindset you need to have to live your best life is to understand that this world and life operates on energy. And I'm talking about your perception of your world, because everyone's living in their own worlds, if you realize. Like, yes, we're living in this world, but how we perceive this world that we live in is different depending on the person. So what I'm saying is, whatever your inner world is, it's reflected in your outer world. If you feel negative, dark, cynical, chaotic inside, that's what you're gonna see. And it's perspective, but it's also law of attraction, because you guys know I believe in manifesting and I believe in meeting the vibration of what you want. What I mean by that is I truly believe that your energy, whatever level of vibration it is, whether you are like sad, fearful, or happy, grateful, excited, that energy attracts the same type of energy to you. So if you're a very positive, happy-go-lucky person, you're gonna attract similar people and circumstances to you. So if you wanna live your best life, you have to learn how to raise your energy or vibration in order to become that person to live that best life. You know what I mean? If your energy is not meeting the energy of that best version of you, it's never gonna happen. So you have to do what you can to work on your mindset, work on your own energy and perspective in order to raise your level of energy and vibration to meet that high level that you want to be at. The next mindset you need to have to live your best life is to learn to set boundaries. You have to learn to set boundaries in your life to protect yourself and protect your energy, because everybody wants a piece of you. Everybody has opinions. People say things about you, and sometimes it might hurt. But learning to set a boundary is, number one, learning not to care as much about what people think or say about you, not to care as much about their criticisms, because you have a bubble up protecting your energy. And it's also learning to say no, learning not to overextend yourself and people please and do too much for other people. Don't do too much just to prove your worth to other people. It doesn't matter as much as you think it does, and in the end, you're the one that gets hurt the most. So I've learned in my life as a people pleaser, as someone who felt like I had to prove myself to other people, all these things, right? I've learned that the best way to live a happy life, to be your best self, is to set those boundaries. Protect yourself, protect your energy. Like, don't take on other people's problems, don't take on their emotions. Yes, you can still empathize, you can do what you can to help others, but don't do it at the expense of yourself. Don't hurt yourself for other people, because it's not worth it. You got to take care of yourself first. The next mindset you need to have is to learn to trust in the timing and the guidance of the universe. I believe that everything happens when it's meant to happen, when it's supposed to happen. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer of just all of that. Everything is working in your favor. The universe has your back. The universe is guiding you, protecting you. It wants what you want. So that's why you got to keep your energy straight, keep your energy bright and right, whatever. But also you have to be patient and just trust that everything's happening when it's meant to happen. Don't get too impatient. Don't try to rush things. If things don't work out in your favor, like, don't sweat it. It's okay. Don't be so tied to a certain outcome. Just let it go. Like, I think living a happy life is a lot about surrendering, accepting what comes, and knowing that it's all happening for you. It's all happening for your greatest good, and something better will come your way. It's also about having the faith that everything is going as it should, and everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. So that belief and that faith that, everything's happening for a reason, I think really helps you like let go and be at peace, so that you're not so attached, or you don't let like life's circumstances and events affect you so deeply. The last mindset that I want to share is the mindset that life is a journey of learning to become your fullest and truest self. I love this concept that life is about learning to be more and more yourself, because as you grow up, you learn to like put up walls and layers, and learning to live your best life is really learning to like undo the layers that are unnecessary. As we grow up, we're conditioned by society to learn, okay, this is not okay, this is for boys, this is for girls, don't do this, don't do that, but you can do this, like you can fit in this box and that's okay. Anything outside that box is not okay and weird, and you shouldn't be that. We've just like taken on all these rules and walls and filters, and we operate like with a mask in our world. And too often we take on conditioning and opinions and just voices from others that become our own voice in our head of self-judgment and criticism, and all these things that are not helpful to us in the long term. It's not making us happy to try to live a certain way and try to be a certain way. So life is really about learning to unravel the layers that are not you, so that you can become more you, the youest you that you ever can be. So that is something that I find is really fun, and that journey never ends. And I'm continually learning. I'm still exploring who I am, what brings me joy, and I think it's fun. That's why I'm here sharing these lessons and stories with you guys through Lavendaire, because it's a part of me learning and growing. So that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite mindset. And also, please let me know what else do you think are great mindsets that you need to have to live your best life, because I know this is not like the ultimate list. There's definitely so many more great mindsets out there. Let me know, like, what are mindsets that you've adopted? What's a way that you changed in the past year? So comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys all so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.